I'm a Canadian who happens to support Donald Trump. And I just want to dedicate this video to all the Christian Trump haters who call him the Antichrist. See, I had a conversation with one of these Christian Trump haters earlier today, and they asked me why it is that I support Donald Trump. So I gave him not one, but 10 reasons, which I'm going to share with you. Number 1, he supports God. Number 2, he supports the fact there are only 2 genders, male and female, and that we should not confuse our children otherwise. Number 3, unlike President Obama, who made promises that he was going to start deporting illegal migrants but did nothing about it, DT is actually doing something about it. Number 4, unlike most presidents from the past who made lots of promises and never kept any of them, DT actually does what he says he's going to do. Reason number 5, he will go to any length and do whatever it takes to make America great again. Now, I don't know about you, but imagine having a leader like that. Canada would not be the way it is right now. It would be great. So as much as it sucks for you and me and other countries, he's doing the right thing for his country. I think that's great. Reason number 6, and this is one of my faves. I love this one. He wants to change the divorce law so that from now on, whatever you walk into a marriage with is what you walk out of the marriage with. So no more of this 50-50 bullshit. Bye-bye, gold diggers. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's female or male gold diggers, because they come from both sides. And I think it's only fair. I mean, unless you purchase something while you're married together equally, then you split that 50-50. Otherwise, it's no more of this 50-50 bullshit. It's whatever you walk in with is what you walk out with, and I love that. Number 8, he's not a monster who just decided to kick people out of their homes. No, what he did was he took all of the illegal migrants and sent them back to their country, back to their home, because this never was their home to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? It never was their home to begin with. Obama said he was going to do it. He just never did. So he didn't do anything wrong by sending these people back to their homes. If they want to come here or to the States, that's fine, because this goes for both Canada and the US, but you have to come back the right way, just like we did when we immigrated to Canada in 1971, where we had to have family sponsor us and we had to go through the whole shebang. I mean, why should it be any different? Reason number 9, last time he was the president, at the end of those 4 years, if you look back, you know what I saw? I saw no war, lots of peace among countries, even with the Middle East. I mean, come on, that was rare. And the economy was much better. So that means he did a great job. And reason number 10, he tells it like it is. Come on, even though sometimes it's with that cocky attitude that just makes you want to go around, you got to give the man a bit of credit. He tells it like it is, unlike most friggin' politicians out there. Okay, so after giving this guy 10 reasons as to why I support DT, I asked him if he could give me only a few as to why he hates him so much and why he doesn't support him. I think that was a fair question. And here's what his response was. Now, I'm going to read this because I want this to be word per word, okay? He said, oh yeah, he's a man of God, all right. So much so that he paid to sleep with a porn star and then paid her to hush as he cheated on his wife when she was pregnant. Okay, well, hold on a second here. I didn't ask you about Donald Trump's personal life and what he does behind closed doors. I mean, because personally, that's none of my effing business. That's none of nobody's business what anybody does behind their closed doors, who they sleep with, where they're sticking it in. I don't care about that. And if that's your reason or your biggest reason for not supporting him or hating him, then I feel pretty sorry for you because, you know, let me tell you a little story. Do you remember when Jesus' followers said to him, why are you letting her follow you? Why are you speaking to her? You know she's a dirty whore, right? Talking about Mary Magdalene. And do you remember what Jesus' response was? He said, okay, well, whichever one of you is sin-free, doesn't have any sins, may you be the first to cast the stone, right? And they all shut up. And why? Because nobody's perfect, not even Trump. So it just seems to me that a lot of these Donald Trump haters are hating him because of things the guy did in his past, or things that he's doing in his private time. Like, well, I'm sorry, but aren't you being a little judgmental and hypocritical for Christians? Because he isn't perfect, but neither are you. So how about, rather than stirring up shit all the time, why not just give the man the benefit of the doubt and just try to make peace? I mean, if you really consider yourself a true Christian, then as much as you may disagree with him, as much as you may dislike him, the only thing that you should be doing is praying for him and asking God to, help him to make all of wise decisions for the country, no? And honestly, we should be doing the exact same thing for our leader here in Canada too. Because look at the shit he's put us into, right? I guess what I'm trying to say is, rather than all of the hate and the bullying, why not just put your trust and your true faith in God instead? I mean, I definitely did not want Sleepy Joe to win that election when he did, but he did. I didn't spend the next 4 years hating on the man. No, I mean, I made a couple of jokes, because half the time he seemed like he was out of it, but there wasn't half of this much hate going on. And he did way worse in his last 4 years than the country. Look at all this shit. You want to be honest? Look at all this shit that the U.S. went through while Sleepy Joe was there compared to 4 years before when Trump was in. Honestly, come on, if you want to be fair and you want to be real, just look back and ask yourself that question. Who did a better job? Trump or Sleepy Joe? I think the answer is pretty clear. Look, they tried to unalive him twice, and both times, God saved his life. I don't know about you, but I don't believe in coincidences, and most Christians don't. I think God saved his life for a reason. See, you call yourselves Christians, but your words and your actions sometimes are really hypocritical and really judgmental. So please, just stop. Stop attacking each other, because that, my dear friends, is exactly what the enemy wants. And you know that. Who cares if I support him and you don't? I'm not going to hate anyone because they have a different opinion than me. But I have a great idea. Seeing as it's so obvious that they want to cause division among everybody, come on, it's so obvious. How about, regardless of what you believe and who you support and who I support, we all just stick together, okay? And we just share peace and love and stay united. Now, wouldn't that fuck them up?